Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Wednesday in hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. Good to see you. Um, Today I have a very interesting topic. PK, ready to jump on. You feel me? P Money in the house. What's cracking like in P Money? What's going on? If you're joining me live, comment so I know you are here because there it is, T Money, P Money, all the money in the bank are here. You guys are in for a little treat, maybe a little unusual of a topic for me, but I like some of this stuff. You'd be surprised the kind of stuff I like. But this is an interesting one because somebody sent me, a friend of mine sent me a clip to watch, right? And I don't remember exactly what it said, but it said something about your words will affect a star at the edge of the universe. So be careful the words you use. This is called quantum entanglement, right? So I was really intrigued by it. That could be paraphrased, right? I'm not sure if I quoted it exactly the same, but it was very close. So it was kind of really interesting to me because you know how my mind travels, right? Started your word is your bond, but wait, like I say, there is more. So I got really intrigued by this whole idea of quantum entanglement. It's funny, entanglement, and don't, T Money, don't. Um, yeah, but this whole idea. So I thought I look it up and see if it's really what it said it was, right? So I looked it up. And I gotta tell you, I don't see how it is that what I heard. Um, I don't see how it is. So I'm gonna go over this whole notion or the phenomenon of quantum entanglement, and I think it's amazing. It'll blow your mind. And I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna have a mic drop moment at the end. So just stay tuned. I actually studied this for about an hour before. Thank you. I think T Money. So I got really intrigued by this. So let's say, for example, if you were to take a ball and throw it up in the air, could you predict its motion, if you would? Yeah, you could, right? Because you know that it's gonna go up, and eventually it's gonna come down, right? Why? Because you've seen this over and over again. It's not like the first time. It's not like if I throw a ball up, you'd be like, oh wow, that was amazing. It's not like that. You've seen this over and over again, right? Now, what if I were to take, let's say, an atom and electron and say, how do they move in relevance to each other, right? Does the electron is the electron? I mean, can you explain that with the same ideology and physics that you explained just to throw in the ball up in the air? You couldn't, right? You couldn't, right? Because what we do in normal life can be explained with what's called classical mechanics. Okay, that's what every day in our macro life, that's what we can use to explain things with. But when it gets to smaller and finer things like atoms and electrons, we can't use classical mechanics anymore. What we use now is called quantum mechanics, right? Now, let me give you a study that was done. It's called the Schrodinger's cat. Okay. Now, before I give you this experiment, all you animalists, right? I don't know. This is just a theory. Please don't come back and yell and scream at me what happened to the cat. Okay. Just like I always say, don't focus on the orange, focus on the juice. Get the material out of this. Anyway, all right, that was my disclaimer. These days, you got to disclaim everything. All right, Schrodinger's cat. The experiment was done. The experiment is thought to be, if you were to take two cats and put them one in each box and put a bomb in the box and close the box and have the possibility of the bomb to go off at 50% only if you were to open the box. Okay, got two boxes, you got one cat, you put a bomb in here, close the lid. The only way it would go off 50-50 is if you were to open the box, right? Now, in quantum physics, if you would, we would say before our observation that the cats, okay, in the box are in a superposition, okay, superposition state. They're neither alive nor dead, right? But in a mixture of possibility with a 50% chance for each, right? Stay with me here. I know this is going to get a little complex, but stay with me. I promise you, this is really, it's going to blow your mind. Okay. Now, in quantum scales, okay, quantum scales, where we're talking about electrons and now atoms again. Electron orbiting an atom doesn't really exist. It actually doesn't really orbit the atom. So what it does, it's really just there in space at all times. Now, you gotta pay attention right here. With more of a probability of being at some place than others, okay? It's only when we measure its position that we can know where it is. Otherwise, it's just everywhere at all times. When we focus at single time, we can see, okay, that's where it is, right? Look at PK, he's loving this, right? Quantum mechanics, yeah. Dude, this is gonna blow your mind. This thing is amazing. I learned about this today. So the entanglement. The entanglement is the big thing, all right? So the only way we can, if you just stay with me here, so we got two boxes, one cat, one bomb, close the lid. The only way we know if the cat is dead or alive is to open it. We don't know if it's dead or alive, right? So it's a 50-50 shot. Same thing with the electron and atom, right? We don't know where the electron is around the atom until we pinpoint it and exactly know, oh, that at that moment, at that time, when we measure its position, then we know where it is. Same thing with the cat. The only way we could do it is open the box to see what happens with the cat, right? Now, we kind of don't know if the cat is alive or dead, right? Until it's a 50-50 shot. Now, this is where quantum entanglement comes into play. Are you ready for this? This is good stuff. I just want to make sure I get the names and stuff right. Now, let's say we take two cats and two boxes and repeat Schrodinger's experiment. So now we have four possibilities. Are you here with me? Are you staying with me? If you're staying with me here, drop some kind of a comment and like fire emoji or something. Wasn't it a curiosity that that's funny? I was waiting for something like that, T-Money. So now we got two cats, two boxes. So now we got four possibilities, right? We could have both cats be alive. We could have both cats be dead. We could have one cat alive, one cat dead, or one cat alive, one cat dead. 4 possibilities, right? Now, system of both cats, the system of both cats is in superposition state with each 25% chance, right? Instead of 50%, because now we increase the cats. Are you staying with me here? You with me? This is so good, okay? Here's what's so cool about quantum mechanics. It tells us that we can erase both alive and both dead cats' possibilities as a superposition state. Quantum mechanics allows us to remove those 2 possibilities. Why? Because the outcome is still going to be the same. The outcome is there's always going to be one cat alive, one cat dead. We just don't know which one at what position until we open the box. Just like the electron and the atom. You feel me? Stay with me. It gets even crazier. Are you ready for this? Technical term for this is that the state of cats are entangled. Technical term is that the state of cats are entangled. Here's what's going to blow your mind. Okay? If you prepare the 2 cats in boxes in their entangled state and move them to the opposite ends of the universe, okay, the outcome is still the same. There's one cat alive, one cat dead. Possibilities. And we won't know until we open the box. How the heck is that possible? How is that possible that you can move these 2 boxes to the ends of the universe without any connection whatsoever and still the possibilities be the same? And you know that's that those are the possibilities. There's always going to be one dead, one alive. 50-50 shot. Right? So how's this possible? Maybe that's like bunch of and it doesn't work. That's funny. So how does this even happen in the real world? Are you ready for this? Real world situation for you. It's actually proved to be working in the real world as well. Here's how. 2 subatomic particles. Remember, small little guys. 2 subatomic particles entangled in a superposition state, just like the cats. That doesn't mean they're entangled like that, you know. Entangled in a superposition state where if, get this, where if one spins one way, you know what's going to happen. The other one has to spin the other way. In a subatomic world, when one spins this way, the other one has to spin the other way. Now, even when there is literally no info between them that could potentially do that for them, right? Does that make sense? Not crazy? Now, are you ready for this? This is going to blow your mind. So this whole quantum entanglement is literally like the basis foundation for what's called quantum infoscience. I ain't kidding, folks. There's a growing field in studying to see how to use these laws in our macroscopic everyday lives, like in everyday world. How can we use these laws, the quantum entanglement, in everyday life? Here's the group. Here's what the group is studying and they're doing. Get this, okay? They are working on quantum cryptography. Cryptography. Yeah. Spies can send secure messages to each other. Yeah. I'll give you one more. Quantum computing, which is for cracking secret codes. That's what this group is working on. This is a growing field. So what does that have anything to do with anything? So here's the way I look at it, right? If you can have two possibilities that are always going to exist no matter what, right? Because no matter how you position your superposition state, no matter how you do it, right? With quantum mechanics and if they're in a state of entanglement, right, in connection, if they're in a state of entanglement, okay, if you always gonna have two possibilities and they're always in a state of entanglement, and if you can express that outward, then imagine what you could do if you were like turn around and choose the greater possibility of the two. You can always choose the cat being dead. You can always see hey, you know what? I know you opened the box, the cat's dead. I know it. You just ruled out the other 50%. The cat could also be alive. I mean, right? If it works subatomically, if it works in like you throw the ball, you know where it's going to go. You're not going to throw the ball and say, well, it's definitely going to come down. Well, yeah, we know it's going to come down, but it's also going to go up. So if you know there's always two possibilities, there's always going to be two, right? If there's always going to be two possibilities for you, and you have the option of choosing between the two, I would ask myself why I would choose the choice as the cat being dead when you don't even know. And isn't that interesting that in our real life, isn't that how we like treat a lot of things? Just because we went with the cat being dead box, we just don't even open the box. Did you hear me? Just because we think it's dead, but we don't even know until we open it. But let's just go with the dead. Isn't that how we choose like a lot of things? Isn't that how we throw in the towel in so many different aspects of our lives? Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not going to work. I'm not going to take a look. Doesn't matter. That stuff is never going to work. I'm not going to look at it. That stuff, that product, it's baloney. It's just too expensive. It just doesn't work for him. It just doesn't work. Do you hear yourself? Like this is, I'm not making this stuff up. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna get that promotion. She's not gonna ever go out with me. It's just not gonna happen. I'm never gonna have that car. I'm never gonna have that house. It's like, what? Like, you have an option to, like, wait, like, listen, you don't have the house, right? So you could choose the other option too. I mean, it's just right there. So if it works subatomically, and if it works in the real life, and we've proved it over and over and over and again, I think it can have a really huge impact on your mind set and your journey, your life purpose, and moving forward and having a cool little life, you know. I think it can make a big difference if you just use this quantum entanglement theory and say, you know what, my thoughts are entangled with my actions, with the way I live my life. All this stuff is entangled, right? Even though if they're not, you know, but they're entangled. So why not, you know, hey, you can, like I said, you have that option. You have the option of choosing the, you know, the cat dead option. But we don't even know. That's the thing. You've already killed the cat and we don't even know. You've already thrown the opportunity out the window and you haven't even looked at it. How's that been working out for you so far? Hey, maybe it's been working out great. If it has, then keep doing what you're doing. If it's not, hey, you know, you got two boxes. I would say the box you pick is the box that's going to determine a whole heck of a lot down the road. You know what I mean? Because you get to carry that box. Imagine carrying a box you don't even know, but you think the cat is dead in there. Imagine you going around in life carrying that box. Imagine that. Imagine how crappy life would be. And then at the end, you open it, you're like, oh my God, the cat was alive all this time. It starved, it died from starvation. You know what I mean? Imagine that life, just carrying that box around. So that you could have that little cat in your arms. I mean, if you're a cat guy, in this example, right? Hopefully, you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. Hey, you know, this is a little bit of a, you know, tweaky little concept. The way I kind of related it to, you know, personal development and all that stuff. But no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You got like 20 cats and 18 dogs. You know, that's, oh my God, team money. Some people don't know you and they don't, like, you know what I mean? You should post a picture of your 18 dogs and 26 cats and 36 birds. You know, I know, what's up, you know? But I hope you guys get some love, some inspiration, some value. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedbacks below. Let this feed grow. And if you if you feel like, that's funny, if you feel like this was worthy of sharing, tag a couple people, share it on your wall. Do what you got to do. Spread the love. You feel me? Love is as for spreading. It's, you know, just spread it. And until tomorrow, when we do it all over again. Much love.